All right, we're live. Simple Man Radio, March 29th, 2021. We started to have a good conversation before, not live, so I decided, hey, let's go live and talk about it. We're talking about Dan Orlovsky. I'm assuming you're seeing him on TV.
Yeah.
And you said you hate him. I go back and forth on him. I feel like he does it, he works hard. He's like the most prepared guy, on ESPN football wise. Like, he's passionate. It's just he gets so wrapped up in these like crazy takes. Like, it's not like uninformed takes. He just gets so wrapped up in like the Eagles are going to trade for Deshaun Watson, or Matthew Stafford's going to have like Aaron Rodgers MVP numbers in the like. He just gets so over the top sometimes.
Yeah, and I completely agree. He's without a doubt the most prepared and well-articulated person on ESPN. Obviously on his Twitter, he does a film breakdowns and stuff, but he's just so annoying and arrogant sometimes about his takes. I can't stand it. Like, once he falls in love with a quarterback like Carson Wentz, that guy could do no wrong. He won't, like, when you clearly see from watching football and the Eagles games that Carson Wentz just wasn't it. And he blames everything else around him and everything. It's like the same thing with Darnold, the same thing with every quarterback that he leashes onto. And they are the end-all, be-all that could do no wrong ever. And it's never, ever their fault. So, I don't know.
And I think when he first came on the scene, I think he tried to hey, if a player shows me love, I'll show him love as a way to grow. Like he became a Dwayne Haskins fanboy. And it was because Dwayne Haskins would retweet him and then would come on Get Up when Get Up started. And I really do think that's why that Orlovsky praised him, because man, what are you seeing? Like, what are you seeing that's making you fall in love with this guy as some amazing prospect?
Right. And what are you seeing that everybody else isn't? So it's like, I don't know. There's just something about him and his voice when he gets all worked up, it screeches and he's loud and so what's the word I'm looking for? Now I can't think of the word because I'm an idiot. But either way, he's a little too much for me. I'm not a fan, and I love the idea, the concept of Get Up, but I hate like half the people that are on that show. So
yeah, I almost never. I mean, since I've been working at home, which is like, I need to stop saying that. Now it's just my job. Like, I can't say act like it's new. Right. I will turn on Good Morning Football, but I end up literally just muting the TV. It's like I need to work, or I can't watch TV.
Yeah, no, it's distracting. Good Morning Football is usually my go-to, but he's such a nerd. But I'm a big Mike Greenberg fan, so I kind of like watching him. I guess it really depends. It depends on what's going on in the sports world. So it's like March Madness and stuff. So I'll watch Get Up, but they barely talked about it. It's just the NFL, and obviously I don't mind. I love the NFL, and it's the biggest thing in the world. But
yeah,
diversify a little.
I'm waiting for Danny to get in here because I want to talk about my fight with golf on Sunday.
Yeah, this is what I almost was going to tell you. I need a day off from Simple Man today because I'm in a lot of pain. I had a bender of a weekend.
How was your birthday weekend?
It was good. It was nice. It was very nice. I shouldn't say a bender of a weekend. I didn't really do much. I stayed home, but me and my friends got pretty banged up Friday and Saturday, and then I had Palm Sunday dinner at my grandmother's last night, and I had a bottle of wine. So just overall, just need some rest, some recuperation. I'm gonna go booze free this whole week, and then from there, maybe I'll do 2 weeks, because Lord knows what I did to myself this past weekend is unsustainable for my future. So,
you could do it every once in a while.
Every once in a while. For the birthday, I made an exception, but
yeah, you don't really when you're like 21, 22. It's like, oh, I'm so hungover, and then you get like 28, 29, and you're like the last time I drank, it was like, oh yeah, this is like, don't do this again. Like, this is miserable. Like, I couldn't even look at a beer for like a week.
Right. Yeah, when you're 21, 22, you would go out on Friday. You get absolutely hammered. You wake up feeling like shit Saturday, but then at 5 o'clock,
we would wake up and start drinking. Like, there was times where we literally just wake up and there's alcohol in front of us. Let's start drinking again.
Let's go. Yeah, I can't do that now. So when I drink on a Friday night, I usually don't drink Saturday or Sunday. Or if it's a Saturday, I don't drink a Sunday. I won't drink a Friday. It's like I try to limit to 1 day a weekend. This past weekend, I realized it cannot be done anymore. I cannot do it. We went to, all right, so this is probably old man, or my brother was calling me an old man for it too. We went to Hoboken Saturday afternoon, and we got it was me and like 5 friends. We got a table, and the music was so loud. You couldn't think. You couldn't have a conversation with your friend at the table. And I was just so annoyed. We had a 3-hour reservation. I think we left after an hour and a half. It was just so lame. We went back to my house in my basement watching Knicks game. It was awful. And my brother's like, well, that's what happens now. I'm like, well, then maybe I'm getting old because I cannot do that.
It was a restaurant or a bar?
It was a bar. But here's my thing.
What type of bar was it? Were people dancing?
No, you can't even get up out of your seat.
Oh, then yeah, please turn. I can't. I'm the same way. I mean, I don't go to bars anymore, but just in general, it's like if you're in a place where people are trying to talk to each other and you're blaring music, I hate you. I can't stand you.
It's the worst.
I have friends who do it at their houses. They'll play music, and it's like, can we turn it off? Like even in the car, it's like I'm trying. Someone's playing loud music in the car. I'm trying to have a conversation. And I can't hear what somebody in the back seat is saying because we're blaring this lame. I'm big on that with you too. That's an old man take, but it's true. But it's true.
It really is, and I don't care how old you are. I would probably feel that way if I was 21. If we were at a place and you were allowed to pre-COVID, whatever it is, and you're allowed to be up and dancing, how am I going to sit here and bitch about the music being loud? People are having fun. They're enjoying themselves. So I can go somewhere else if I don't like it. You can't get up out of your seat. So what are you doing? You want to play music? Fine. But why does it need to be scorched at a scorched earth level? Yeah. Just pissed me
Vice
off
versa,
so
though. Have you ever been in a restaurant where there's just no sound?
I've been. Yeah, it's a little. Yeah, okay. When there's just nothing.
Okay, I was at me and my brother went to a firehouse a couple weeks ago. Not even a restaurant, but there's just nothing playing and it's just quiet. And it's like I feel like I can't have a conversation. Because I'm having to whisper to my brother, without it, we're screwing around, joking around. It's like we can't talk out loud. And even if we weren't, even if we were being polite in our conversation, it's like we are just we're going to be, if we talk at a normal voice, we're going to be obnoxious.
Yeah, exactly. And you don't want to do that to other people sitting there. So it kind of just defeats the purpose. Like you go to an Italian restaurant, they'll play light little Italian music in the background or something. It's nice.
That's
the
way you do it. Even at Dunkin' Donuts. Donuts, they play Dunkin' Radio. Cool.
Right. Fine.
Perfect.
Fine. It's not loud enough to the point where I have to scream my order to the person.
Yeah. Well, and again, just like I said, in the car, it's like if you're trying to if every time I try to say something, you have to turn down the music down. Just turn the music down. We're hanging out. Let's talk. Let's not listen to music.
The car thing is a big thing for me too, and there will be exceptions. Like I'll blast music if I'm in a car with my friends going to a Giants game, but that's a different story. Like we're going to have a blast, we get a little pumped up. But if we're just driving around or we're trying to do something, what the hell is the point of blasting music all the way to the top? And it's unbelievable how old we sound right now. So,
like you said, if you're going if trying to get pumped or whatever, there's definitely times where it's hey, we're listening to music. And we're screaming, we're singing along if we want. There's definitely times, but it's just if I'm trying to have a conversation, let's just turn the music down. All right, we got to get off this before people are
I needed to vent. I needed to vent it out. So I'm glad we have Simple Man Radio for that.
So Danny's still trying to get in. We're gonna have to move on without Danny until he shows up.
Fucking Danny.
So I honked at a golfer, can I be real? Every time I drive past them, I yell at them. Every time. Even if they're swinging or not. You suck. Not every time, but I do it from time to time. And then yesterday, I see this guy. There's Danny.
All right. Oh, good timing, Dan.
Yes.
Where's Daniel?
My internet decided to work. I had to go up 7 floors to find internet over here.
7 floors, so you're on a different floor. I like it.
Yeah, I'm out here now. You can't see.
Closer to the sky.
New and improved, Danny.
Closer to new and improved.
Why is it that how come when you're in a plane your internet stops working? Shouldn't it work better? You're closer to the satellites. Just kidding. I know it's the towers. As soon as I said it, I was like, oh wait. I was like, no, never mind. It makes sense now.
Faulty advertisement. Faulty advertisement. Sorry.
What's the faulty advertisement?
Domino's. The cheesy bread did not look like that. I can promise you. I am a Domino's expert.
Yeah, we have a Domino's connoisseur in here.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Snacks, who's a golf guy. Danny, who's worked at a golf course. Yesterday, I honk at a guy and I laugh at it, like right in his backswing honk. I was like, this is like, I saw him getting ready and I'm like, please swing as I'm about to go past you. Please. Like, I even like slowed down. Perfect timing. Very rare do you get perfect timing when you're driving by a golf course. You'll get people out there, but very rarely are you driving by at the perfect time to get a nice honking or a yelling in their backswing. I get it. I've maybe gotten that maybe 2 other times. The first time I did, which was like I was probably like 20 years old, the guy actually like caught his wedge in the grass and like fell. So golf Twitter is not it's not like huge or viral, but there's probably like 50 people right now who just hate me with a passion now. Like hate me. Like I have some guy who follows me, like he's a Giants fan, and he's like responding to my tweets. Like my pin tweet, like, you know, I think I joked, I think Joe Judge hates me. He's like, oh, me and Joe Judge have something in common. And like just responding to everything. People who would just flat out hate me because I honked at a guy in his backswing.
I will say one thing. Yes, me and Danny have sat here and talked about golf. It is known. I love golf, love playing it, love watching it. But that shit's funny as hell. Like I didn't mind it at all. I cracked the hell up. And to see the outcry of hatred and how pissed everybody was, I think it makes it even funnier. So.
People acted like I scared a child. Like if I went up to like a little baby and was like, ah, like it. I literally, some guy on a cheap golf course in his backswing honked. That was it. And people acted like it was like a terrible thing. I get like, hey, is it a dick move? Yes, it absolutely is. But it was a joke. It doesn't harm anybody's life. It does not affect anybody's life negatively at all. And it's a grown man too. I couldn't believe the outcry for some people of like, and this is why I make fun of golf. It's because of that. Because those same people, I could go on a golf course and I could make the most screwed up jokes, and I bet they'd laugh. But you honk in someone's backswing, and they will totally flip on you. Like the jokes they probably tell on the golf course are like morbid and horrible. But me honking in someone's backswing is why I make fun of golf so much.
Like I told you in the Twitter thread, I said if people are so mad, then don't hit your golf ball towards the road.
I was gonna bring that up, Danny. That made me laugh so much. Don't hit it in the fairway.
Yeah, hit it in the fairway.
Don't be a shitty golfer. Hit it in the fairway.
And plus, like the whole morbid thing, I've heard plenty of morbid stuff when I was working at Shinnecock. I heard so many bad things.
You work at Shinnecock?
No, they're brutal.
I work at Shinnecock.
Which is yeah. You didn't know that, Danny? Or Snacks?
No.
Shinnecock Dan.
Shinnecock Dan.
Which we will have to check in with our finances again. And that girl who's like some Snacks, you already followed her, right?
Who's that? Yeah. I did.
The girl.
She's like in the fantasy sphere, yeah.
The worst. The worst. And I was gonna ignore it, and then I saw I was getting a bunch of like traction for her. Like at first I retweeted it like to see like to show my followers like, look at this person getting mad over this. And then I realized I like, oh, she has like a decent little following.
Yeah, she does.
The worst type of person who gets mad at people for having fun. It's like, oh, this is this is middle school humor. It's like, and it's like it's still funny. It's like
it's like a fart. A fart is still fun.
Like, did anyone watch Jackass and was outraged at it? Like, it was a hilarious movie, and this was something they did in it, and they not only did it, they took it to like another level.
They were like 20 feet from these golfers with an air horn.
Hilarious.
Well, it's hysterical. I was telling you that yesterday. It's like probably my favorite skit in Jackass history.
Yeah, it is a great skit. My favorite is what they started off with, though, on the first one is the rent-a-car derby. where they just trash the rental car. Danny, have you seen Jackass? You probably haven't. It's a great. You will love it. I know you would.
No, I mean I know plenty of people who have seen it. I just haven't seen the movie.
You should check it. Is it on? If it's on Netflix, I'll watch it again tonight.
Jackass 2, to me, maybe one of the funniest movies ever. I think it's the funniest one, and I think the one that gets the skit that gets me most is when I don't know. Do I get canceled for this now? When they dress the guy up as a terrorist and they go to the taxi and they go to the plane. Oh my god,
that might be their greatest of all time because that guy thinks he's Danny. I hate that Danny's. He's not in the loop on this, but this is the most messed up prank of all time, and that's why it's hilarious. This guy
thought he was gonna get killed.
It was the one they met. Yeah, he thought he was going to die that day. So it's the guy they messed up. They messed with him the most. So they're gonna do a prank of they're gonna dress him up like a Arab Muslim person. Like that's what they do. And they're gonna put him in a taxi, and he's gonna prank the taxi driver like as they're going to the airport, and he's just gonna be like, "Ooh, go boom, go boom," and it's supposed to like get the reaction of the taxi driver. They get an actor who's from what's the name of the Super Troopers like media group?
Oh.
But anyways, they get him to drive the taxi and they put him on the joke and now they're pranking the prank. So they dress him up in all this. And then so when he starts to do the prank, like, "Ooh, plane go boom," the taxi driver who's an actor is like, "What the hell did you just say?" Like, "What?" Pulls out a gun. He's like, "Get in the trunk. Both of you get in the trunk right now."
And the guy who's dressed up as the terrorist is freaking out. He goes, "It's just a show. Don't worry. Just look. It's not even really me. It's just a show. What are you doing? What are you doing?"
He's yelling because he has the thing in his ear, the microphone. He's like, "Tell him, come on, somebody, come on, help!"
"You assholes,
and then
get me out of this."
They get him in. They do like some like donuts in the taxi, and then pulls out like the other guy that was with them and makes like a gunshot noise. Like, "Oh my god, I've been shot!" And you can just hear him.
Two pieces of wood together, so it sounds like a bullet, and they're like, "Ah!" So the guy in the trunk really thinks he's about to die.
It's the great, and then the cherry on top. They get out and they tell him like, "Hey, you know that beard we just made you? That was literally all of our pubes that we shaved, and they put together and made a fake beard for him."
That might be the best part. They shaved all their pubes. They made a fake beard out of them.
That would be oh my! It was like in his mouth and everything. Oh my!
God.
Brutal. That was amazing. The Jackass like 1.5, 2.5. Those are really good too to like see the behind the scenes stuff.
They just don't miss, and I think aren't they coming out with a new one?
I don't know. They're older now, so I wouldn't expect Steve-O. They're all like changed their life, clean and sober, which is good for them. But
Steve-O used to be the biggest like whack job. He was a drug addict. Now he's fully sober. God bless him.
But good for them.
Stuff though. Steve still does.
I don't know how it works now. They're like 40, 50 years old. Oh, look at that. First take talking about Danny Jones.
Nice. But anyways, yeah, I mean, these golf people just replying are the worst. And Justin had a great response. He's like, "You're so right. I don't know how this man's gonna,
that was funny. Was it? I think it was you. You replied to somebody. It was like, "Did they recover?" What was it?
No, she said, here, I'll pull it up. It was her. She was responding to somebody else. Let me find it.
Yeah, I really want to hear what Max Kellerman and Stephen A. Smith have to say about this.
She said, "Oh, because some guy was like, this would tilt me so hard I'd throw a golf ball at them." LMAO. Which, by the way, like if someone did throw their golf ball at me or like turned around and tried to hit it at me, I would find that hilarious. Yeah. That's the reaction I want. Like, please give me that story to tell, golfers. Like,
give me the satisfaction.
Yes, please. Like that would make my day, dumbasses. And then she says, "I've given the finger to many a passing car driving by, disrespectful ass MFer honking during my backswing." And I was just like, I was like, oh, did you flick them off? Oh, you really got him. I mean, this girl's the worst. And then all of her replies are the worst. Oh, it's got some new replies. Let's go through some of the replies.
Yeah, I was reading a bunch of them last night before I went to bed. It was just cracking me up.
I was quote tweeting some of them from Simple Man Radio.
No, I know. I saw you going off on it.
It's bad enough to be a jerk, but is this what constitutes as humor? I must be way out of touch. It's like, I'm telling you, this is like, they acted like I thought like kicking a puppy was funny. Like I honked in someone's backswing.
Or like you just nuked a third world country or something.
Yeah, golfers are such losers. It's true.
When we say that, people are like, "Oh, I like golf. You hate me." It's like, no, it's that portion of golf.
It's stereotypical golfer.
It's like I'm literally doing a show with someone who is a golfer and someone who worked at a golf course right now.
Yeah.
Do I hate both of you? Yes. I'm a relatively mellow person, but this really pisses me off. I was just like, I wish some man. Golf is such a fun sport, though. The disrespect. It's like, again.
If that happened to me, I would 100% laugh.
Someone had a good reply, though. He said he should be focusing on buying wiper blades and learning how to install them. And I just bought this truck on Monday, and I actually need to do that. They're so bad. Like
that's a great reply.
I've been using napkins to wipe my windshield wipers in the morning, so I do have to go get that. So that's a good reply. I'll give him that. Might have cost someone a couple $100. For those of you who have not been in a big money game, honking during backswing is not funny. It's like, dude, that makes it funnier. That makes it so much more funny. Cowboy.
It cost somebody a couple $100. Oh my gosh.
Good Lord.
Oh my gosh.
And
you know what? What about this? So it's a road, right? You're driving. What if you were beeping at somebody? Like obviously the video. Oh, you know what? Never mind. Because you did make the video of yourself laughing at the guy. So I guess. So I guess it's like, oh well, I was just beeping at somebody to move over in the other lane. But I guess we can't really go with that. But that's not what you want anyway. So.
No. Yeah, that wouldn't be funny.
No.
Idiots. That's the small things that amuse small minds.
Shit. Hold on. I got to take out my recycles. The guy's here. I'll be right back.
See if he's laughing after I chuck my clubs at his car because I don't care about my clubs. Don't be a dick unless you know the guy. Congrats.
We got a free agent visit. That's fun.
We do?
Defensive lineman Danny Shelton.
Oh, wow. I just got an Instagram DM saying to do a breakdown of him. So.
Oh, yeah. No, that just wasn't some random person feeling Danny Shelton.
Yeah, because I was like, someone was like, you have to do one. I was like, I don't. I thought it was somebody in the draft.
Oh, no. Yeah, no.
Which I might get to a point where it's like I'm not gonna make a breakdown of every player.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, golf was big, man.
Golf was not feeling it this weekend.
Oh, and I just leaned into it. I found the clip of Joe Judge saying he's not a golfer. I showed my golf bag with the flames on it.
Yeah, you just went all in on it. You're like, this is my chance to shine.
Eventually, we will golf as Talking Giants, and it'll be a great video because I'll bring an air horn with me, and I'll be blowing it in your guys' backswings.
We'll get kicked out of the freaking course.
My goal will be to get kicked out eventually.
After like the first hole.
The first hole, like it wasn't us. Like I don't know who did it. Like it's not us.
Who are these people?
Like a guy just ran by here with the air horn. Yeah, it was fun. I had a lot of fun yesterday with this.
So, what was the other talking point? The Tourney, March Madness. Is that what we were going to talk about?
Tourney. How about Alabama? How many free throws could one team miss?
Oh yeah, and then guy was ice cold. He hit that shot to go to overtime, and then Alabama couldn't do anything. Completely.
I know.
It was such an unforced overtime.
I know, like that, like from the excitement to that to overtime was like you have this great shot. You have this great shot, and then hold on, let me add snacks back. You have this great shot, and then overtime they like don't even score a point. Like it was so bad.
It was so boring.
But again, they just could not hit a free
Alabama?
throw. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Like I don't know college
you,
basketball. I watched the tournament, but the scouting report on Alabama is like they live and die by the three. So like, oh, good shooting team. For a team that lives and dies by the three, they couldn't even make a free throw. Like they were literally as a team they shot less than 50% from the free throw line.
Yep, no, it was bad. Yeah, what did they shoot like 11-22?
Yeah, they were horrendous.
At one point in overtime, it was less than 50%.
Yeah, bad. And you know what? When you have an ending like that, and UCLA doesn't foul up three, and they drain the three to tie it up. So many times you see in overtime that like a UCLA, the team that just got screwed like that, just is deflated. They came out and whooped their ass in overtime.
Oh yeah.
And then all the games for the Sweet 16 were kind of boring, really. Like Gonzaga, besides Arkansas, Oral Roberts, that was a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah, Oral Roberts, man. How do you? I was rooting for them big time, but I do like Arkansas. Like I like Eric Musselman. I think he's a cool coach. But I felt bad for them. It's like, man, you guys are so close to being in the Elite Eight as a 12 seed, and they just totally blow it.
15.
And then Syracuse. It's like, man, that was so disappointing. Like they're getting blown out in the beginning. They tie it back up, and it's like, oh wow, Syracuse, here it goes. And then like they didn't score for like 10 minutes. It was like screw Syracuse.
Like the one time I was rooting for Syracuse, they let me down. They let me down hard.
I know. I remember when we previewed the tournament and everything, I said I liked Houston a lot. I think they'd make a deep run, but at that point, I was rooting for Syracuse. I mean, how could you not? Boeheim, it's relatively local.
And now tonight's my stressful night because I have Baylor win the whole thing and they play Arkansas, and so I just need my only chance of winning my bracket pool is Baylor winning.
I'm rooting for Arkansas.
Wow.
Baylor should be
okay.
Here, let's check the Talking Giants bracket.
Baylor's a wagon.
Yeah, and then Oregon State's not too shabby themselves either.
I'm still in the 93 percentile.
How?
I don't know. It's crazy. I'm in fourth place.
Jackie Moon would be proud of you.
I'm in fourth place, but the guy in third place, whose bracket is ESPN 836. That's like, how do I even reward that person?
What do you mean?
Oh, my college roommate's in first place. How about that?
Oh,
there you go.
Is he 7 feet tall too?
No.
It's probably like 5'9".
I thought like really tall people just hung out with really tall people.
No.
They just gravitate.
I hang out with short people. Like my best friend for like 10 years. He was like 5'4", and people would like call us Robin Big.
Robin Big, or what's that movie? Twins with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito.
Yeah. Like we were like best. Like we lived in the same house. We both like. It was at one point in our life we were both living in the same house. We both had Ford F-150s. We both had the same job at the same company, and we had the same type of dogs. Like it was like it got it was like, oh my gosh, like we are.
I'm not gonna say it.
What are you not gonna say, Snacks?
Just not gonna say it. That should say enough.
What are you not gonna say? You can't not say what you're gonna say.
So I think you're breaking up.
He still lives down the street from me. I haven't seen him in a few years. Someone says how tall is Bobby? 6'7". But I did have at one point the local college. One of my friends was working there, and he became friends with the basketball players. And there'd be times at the bar, like I remember, it was me and two other 6'7" people, and we're like talking to these girls, and I'm like, I don't know, I'm realizing like people from the outside looking in are just watching like three giants just like look down at people.
Look down.
I was like, I can't believe no one's gotten a picture of this at this point, because that would have made a great picture.
That's amazing.
I wish I was like. I wish my idea 5'11". That's what I want to be, Danny. That's what I wish I was.
I just want 6. I just want a 6. I would have loved.
How tall are you
guys?
guys?
I don't even want 6. Don't even want 6.
I mean,
5'11"
is a pretty cool number.
How tall am I? 5'8".
What about you, Danny?
Like they say I'm 5'9", 5'9" and like a quarter or something like that.
Whatever.
So I say 5'10".
Whatever.
All right, so we're gonna end early today because we have to record an interview.
Oh,
Get
Any
to what?
guesses on who the interview would be?
Wait. For an interview for what? I'm sorry, I missed this.
Talking Giants.
Oh, tonight?
Francisco Lindor. His contracts. He signed it.
He signed
Okay.
it?
No, that's just me hoping that's what
Oh.
this interview is.
Well, all right. So give me. Is it a player? Is it a beat reporter? Is it
Beat reporter.
Stapleton.
Duggan?
Yeah, it's Duggan. We like to have on Duggan post free agency pre-draft. I think that's a great time to get Duggan on.
Duggan's a great interview.
Yeah, he's good. People love Duggan.
He's
just an info. He's an info guy.
Yeah, he's really good. I like him a lot. And I like, he's one of my beefs with Ron. I like to talk about. He doesn't like interact with the fans or anything. Duggan does, maybe not to like our Stapleton level, but Duggan interacts, and he's always commented on people's athletic posts too. So, yeah, I'm a big Duggan guy.
Sounds good. All right, we'll see you guys on Friday. Until then, stay simple.